The Yoga Kundalini Upanishad, presented by Svayam Prakash Sharma, Part 3. Part 3 consists of Chapter 2, in which the teacher tells about Khechari and Melana. The Upanishad. I shall now describe to you the science that is called Khechari, which science is such that one who knows it, he is freed from old age and death in this world. A person who is subject to the pains of death, disease, and old age, O sage, on knowing this science, should make his mind firm and practice Khechari. One should regard that person as his guru on this earth who knows Khechari, which is the destroyer of old age and death, from knowing the meaning of books and scriptures and from practice. And he should perform it with all his heart. It is worth noting that the science of Khechari is not easily attainable, and its practice is not easy either. The practice of Khechari and Melana are not accomplished simultaneously. Those persons who are bent upon practice alone, they do not get Melana or Siddhi. O Brahman, only some get this practice, and that too after several births. But Melana is still not obtained even after 100 births. After having undergone the practice, after several births, some solitary yogi may get the Melana or Siddhi in some future birth as a result of his practice. When a yogi gets his Melana from the mouth of his guru, then he obtains the Siddhis that are mentioned in several books. When a person gets his Melana through a study of the books and the significance mentioned therein, then he obtains the state of Shiv, freed from all births. Even gurus may not be able to know this without the help of books and scriptures. Therefore, one should know that this science is very difficult to master. So long as the ascetic fails to get this science, he should wander all over the earth. And when the science is obtained by him, then he has got the Siddhi in his hand, meaning that then he has mastered the physical powers. Therefore, one should regard the person who imparts the Melana as Achyut or Vishnu. One should also regard as Vishnu the person who gives out the science of Khechari. One should regard as Shiv the person who teaches this practice. Now, having got this science from me, you should not reveal it to just about anyone. Therefore, one who knows this science, he should protect it with all his might, meaning that he should never give it out to anyone except to the most deserving. O Brahman, to learn the science of Khechari, one should go to the place where the Guru, who is able to teach the divine yoga, lives. Then, one should learn from the Guru the science of Khechari, and being taught well by the Guru, he should then practice it very carefully and regularly. By means of this science, a person will attain the Siddhi of Khechari. Joining the Kundalini Shakti with Khechari, by means of the science of Khechari, which contains the Bij, which contains the seed letter of Khechari, a person becomes the lord of Khechars or Devas, and he lives amongst them. Khechari Bij or seed letter is spoken of as Agni, encircled with water, and it is spoken of as the abode of Khechars or Devas. Through this yoga, Siddhi is mastered. The ninth bij letter of Somansh or part of the moon should also be pronounced in the reverse order. Then, a letter composed of three anshas or three parts of the form of the moon has been described, and after that, the eighth letter should be pronounced in the reverse order. Then, consider it as the supreme and its beginning as the fifth. And this is said to be the kutta or the horns of the several parts of the moon. This, which tends to be the accomplishment of all the yogas, should be learnt through the initiation of a guru. He who recites this 12 times every day, even in his sleep, he will not get that maya or illusion which is born in his body and which is the source of all wishes, deeds, and evils. The person who recites this 5 lakh times with very great care, to him the science of Khechari will reveal itself. All obstacles vanish and the devas are pleased. The destruction of Vali Palit, that is, wrinkles and grayness of hair, will take place without a doubt, meaning that a person's wrinkles and grayness of hair will go away. Having acquired this great science, one should practice it afterwards with regularity. If not, then, O Brahman, he will suffer without getting any siddhi in the path of Khechari. If a person does not get this nectar-like science in this practice, then he should get it in the beginning of Melana and recite it always, or else one who is without it, he never gets siddhi. As soon as a person gets this science, he should practice it and then he will soon get the siddhi. A knower of Atma should draw out the tongue from the root of the palate and should clear the impurity of the tongue for 7 days, according to the advice of his guru. He should take a sharp knife which resembles the leaf of the plant Snuhi, Amphibia antiquorum, and which is oiled and cleaned, and with that knife he should cut the space of a hair at the root of the tongue where it joins the lower jaw. He should powder black salt and sea salt, he should powder rock salt and sea salt, and he should apply the same to the place so cut. On the 7th day, he should again cut further the space of a hair. Thus, for a period of 6 months, he should continue it always gradually with great care. In 6 months' time, Sirobandh or bandh at the head, which is at the root of the tongue, is destroyed. Then, the yogi who knows the right time to act, he should then encircle with Sirovastra, or literally the cloth of the head, the Vak Ishwari, the deity presiding over speech, and he should draw it up. Again, by daily drawing it up for 6 months, it comes, O sage, as far as the middle of the eyebrows and obliquely up to the opening of the ears. Having gradually practiced, it goes to the root of the chin. Then in 3 years, it goes up easily to the end of the hair of the head. It goes up obliquely up the neck and downwards to the well of the throat. In another 3 years, it occupies Brahmarandra and stops there without doubt. Crosswise, it goes to the tip of the head downwards to the well of the throat. Gradually, it opens the great adamantine door in the head. The rare science of Khechari Beej has been explained before. One should perform the 6 angas or part of this mantra by pronouncing it in 6 different intonations. One should do this in order to obtain all the siddhis. And this activity should be performed gradually and not all at the same time, not all at once. Since the body of one who does this all at once will soon decay. O best of sages, therefore, it should be practiced little by little. When the tongue goes through the Brahmandra, through the outer path, then one should place the tongue after moving the bolt of Brahma, which cannot be mastered even by the Devas. On doing this for a period of 3 years, with the point of the finger, one should make the tongue enter within. Then it enters the whole of Brahmandra. On entering the Brahmandra, one should practice manthan or churning well. Some intelligent men attain siddhi even without manthan. One who is versed in Khechari mantra accomplishes it without manthan or churning. By doing jap and manthan, one reaps the fruits soon. By connecting a wire made of gold, silver, or iron with the nostrils by means of a thread soaked in milk, one should restrain his breath in his heart and, seated in a convenient posture, with his eyes concentrated between his eyebrows, he should perform manthan slowly. In 6 months, the state of manthan becomes natural like sleep in children. And it is not advisable to do manthan all the time, always. Manthan should be done only once every month. A yogi should not revolve his tongue in the path. After doing this for 12 years, siddhi is surely obtained. Then the yogi sees the whole universe in his body as not being different from the Atma. This path of the Urdhav or higher Kundalini, O chief of kings, conquers the macrocosm. Yes, this path of Urdhav or higher Kundalini, O chief of sages, conquers the macrocosm. This concludes the second chapter and part 3 of the Yog Kundalini Upanishad. Om Shanti, 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 Om.